The official record keeper for McLean County's court system is running for a fifth term in this year's election. But first, he'll have to survive a primary challenge from one of his former employees. In the first of a series of stories ahead of the primary election, WGLT's Ryan Denham previews the race for circuit clerk.
Incumbent circuit clerk Don Everhart will face Republican challenger Jason Daisy in the March 19th primary, for which early voting is now underway. With no Democrat in the race, the winner is likely to advance to an unopposed election win in November. The winner will lead the circuit clerk's office through one of its biggest changes in recent history, the launch of the county's new case management system, which is expected in early 2025. Other challenges will include hiring and retaining workers in a competitive job market, and continuing to move away from paper records and toward electronic filing and record keeping. Everhart is a 71-year-old from Bloomington who was first elected in 2008.
I'm a public servant, and I enjoy serving the public. The office is bigger than any one individual, and I have never made this office about me. I'm seeking re-election because I believe with my knowledge and experience that I would continue to serve the court and the public well. And as a public servant, I'm always mindful that serving the public is an honor to which I'm dedicated.
Jason Daisy worked in the circuit clerk's office himself from 1998 to 2013, when he became the county's jury coordinator. The 49-year-old from Bloomington says he's not trying to push Everhart out, and that he considered running for circuit clerk back in 2008, when former clerk Sandra Parker retired. He opted against it then, in part because one of his children was very young at the time. Daisy says it has nothing to do with Everhart.
That's where I want to finish my career, I'm not trying, and I told him when I first told him, I told him before word got out that I was running, and I said no hard feelings. I was just, I have to look towards the future, my family and the decisions I make.
Circuit clerk is one of the lower profile countywide elected positions, though its work interacts with many members of the public on a daily basis. The circuit clerk oversees a budget of around $2.9 million, with about 60 employees currently. It's the official record keeper of the court system here, as well as the collector and distributor of fines, fees, and costs that the court imposes. One of the biggest challenges facing the circuit clerk will be the implementation of the county's new case management system, called eCourt, alongside the vendor, Journal Technologies. Everhart says the costly project has been years in the works and is expected to go live in the first quarter of 2025. The county's current system was at one time a point of pride as the first fully integrated case management system in Illinois, but it's become antiquated and is difficult to use, especially as electronic filings of civil cases became legally required in 2018. Everhart says he used his technology background to find creative workarounds and stopgap solutions, though it's time for a complete overhaul. Everhart says keeping him in the circuit clerk's role would be a good thing as 2025 approaches.
That continuity is very important for someone who's been innovative and dealing with the shortcomings of the current case management system, who's advocated for the new and seeing that come forward, and dealing with the new system and challenges as they're finessing it and so forth. Plus, I go back to I have years of knowledge and experience that my opponent does not.
Daisy does have a lot of experience working in county government and the courthouse, about 26 years. Daisy says his past experience working in the circuit clerk's office is a differentiator, as Everhart did not have that experience when he was elected in 2008.
I've still maintained a good relationship with all the workers that are down in his office, and even the ones, there's a lot of new ones that I haven't got to meet because I don't get to go down there as much, but I've still maintained relationships with all the people that work there when I still work there.
Daisy says his top priorities, if elected, are all related to personnel. He'd like to focus on cross-training employees to be able to work across areas, as well as develop a more uniform way of performing certain tasks across departments.
The circuit clerk has a high turnover rate, and I don't know what the problem is. It's not for anybody to blame. I don't know if it's the pay, the work environment, I don't know what that is, but I'd like to, try to figure out a way how we can keep people.
Everhart says staff pay did emerge as a problem during the pandemic, as other short-staffed employers were offering higher wages and bonuses that the county couldn't compete with. Everhart says he attacked the problem and even jumped ahead of the county's broader salary study that led to raises in 2023.
I couldn't wait. My office serves the court, and we were down, and I just could not wait for 2023. So I went to county administration, advocated for a process to increase their wages prior to 2023, and they asked me for a proposal. I made a proposal. We came back and forth, and I was able to get wage increases for my staff in September 2022, months before the county was able, before they implemented the 2023 budget for the new increases. And because of that, some staff I had lost due to those wage issues, 3 of them asked to come back, and I brought them back.
The incumbent Everhart touts a long list of endorsements, including McLean County Board Chair Catherine Metzger, former judges David Butler and Robert Freitag, and fellow countywide office holders Sheriff Matt Lane, Coroner Kathy Yoder, and Treasurer Rebecca McNeil. Daisy says he doesn't have any endorsements other than friends. I'm Ryan Denham.
You can find more candidate interviews in our voter guide at wglt.org/election, including a link to the Vote 411 guide offered by the Nonpartisan League of Women Voters of McLean County.